Thank you, Corey. Oh, I hear somebody. Here we are together again. Nice. Welcome everyone to our fellowship service and all those who are watching online too and who will watch in the future. Remember everybody that if you ever want to listen again, or if you miss a Sunday or you need to stay home for some reason, you can always watch on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, Fellowship for Today's Spiritual Center YouTube channel. And while you're there, please subscribe and like.
Share.
And share, yes. All those things. We are going to start today by singing our song together, our starting song, Prayer of the Children of Love. It's on the front of your songbook, so please join me and stand if you would.
Father, Mother God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in every day, in every way, our prayer is this. Everywhere, let love be there, and so it is. Back to the top. Father, Mother God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in everything. To the end. Father, Mother God, your children pray, beloved in us in every way.
Please be seated.
Wow.
You just sound so good. It was beautiful. Everybody was just singing out. It was so good. So if you would, please begin to relax. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that and find your center as we begin our meditation. Let's do our 3 deep fellowship breaths with an audible ah on the out breath, breathing out any tension and stress that you might be harboring in your body. So let's breathe in. Breathe in. Big breath in. And let's drop our minds, our thinking minds down into our hearts. And you might want to put your hand on your heart to keep your attention there. We rest in the certainty that divine love, our source, the God of our hearts, surrounds us and moves through us, as us, into this world. Each of us a radiating center of light and love. ever unfolding expressions of infinite mind. And this divine love guides us to health and abundance, peace and joy. We give thanks and are so deeply grateful for the knowing that we are spiritual beings living in an evolving universe of order. We open our minds and hearts to new and fresh ways of knowing, allowing creative intelligence to flow through us, blessing us and the collective consciousness. We know that we have eyes because we see, and we have ears because we hear from a spiritual perspective. And because of this, we know we abide in the omnipresence of good. And there is no limitation to the amount of good in our lives and in our world. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you, thank you. And now we have a wonderful song from our wonderful Julie Ross, Reverend Julie Ross. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Julie. Today I'll be playing two songs, one right now, and they're both original. So this song is one of the first ones I wrote. I'm looking at Mary because I remember early in the pandemic going to the fellowship office and recording mass for the service. This was written in the summer of 2021. Go and win love.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Now it's on.
That wasn't even full volume, I could give you more.
Those songs are so special to me, and I think Samantha too. It seemed like every time Julie came into the office to record a new songs for us at the fellowship during that COVID period, she had a new song. She'd written a new song, and she, would explain to us how they just would just come, just flow, just show up, and they're all so beautiful. So thank you for doing that. So now we're going to get to sing it again together. I'd like for you to stand if you would, and we're going to be singing When I Am Healed on page 48. Please stand. Standing and say hello to your neighbors and give everyone hugs and handshakes. No, I don't think so. I just give her So it's time for our message this afternoon. And we have at least a couple people that I can think of off the top of my head who have are blessed with wonderful vocalist and musician skills and are amazing teachers as well. Winnie is one of those, and our Reverend Julie Dillon. And so it makes sense to me to ask them to share on both ends. So please join me in welcoming our speaker, Reverend Julie Ross.
Julie Dillon and I get confused for each other all the time.
Did I say Julie Dillon? Oh my God.
But it's okay. We all know. It's okay. Yeah, so,
not grab onto that.
see,
That's all right.
I think 2 years ago this summer will be when I was ordained. Had completed the ministry program. And, of course, I pretty much now, and for many years, have considered my life a ministry. So it's a humble blessing, actually. Okay, I'll get to the talk now. Today's talk is entitled Embracing Solitude and Finding Peace. Solitude is the doorway to peace within. Blaise Pascal said all of man's problems stem from his inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Rainier Maria Rilke said, solitude is not the absence of love, but its purification. In this world that glorifies being constantly connected and always busy, what if the real connection you're craving is found within you, in your heart and in your soul? Solitude is often misunderstood as loneliness and isolation. Society equates being alone as unloved and unworthy. And this holds us back from the healing that can take place in solitude. Solitude can be a sacred space where this deep healing and peace is unlocked, because without the outside noise, you start hearing your truth, and you connect and develop a connection with our Creator and with your own higher self. So embracing moments of intentional aloneness to foster personal growth, self-awareness, creativity, and inner peace is not a bad thing. I found it to be a quite healing practice. A practice that encourages reflection, spiritual growth by taking time away from distractions and social demands can take you step by step along your healing path. Philosophers and spiritual leaders like Thoreau, Rumi, and Thomas Merton highlight the connection between solitude and peace and praise solitude as essential for self-discovery and personal growth. It's a powerful tool in our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being because we can use the solitude to process our emotions without distractions, reduce the mental noise, and make space for exploration and connection to our higher self. But we all know that solitude can feel challenging. And here's some of the reasons why we avoid it. Some folks are feeling uncomfortable when they're alone and they're faced with their own thoughts and their feelings. Regrets, anxiety, insecurities all come forth to the surface, and it can feel overwhelming. Another reason we avoid solitude is a lack of practice. In our hyper-connected world, solitude can feel very unfamiliar and unsettling to those who are not used to spending some time alone every day. We become dependent and addicted to this external stimulation, and it can feel like a big void is created when we're not receiving that constant entertainment, social interaction, or technology. And for some people, it can feel boring and uncomfortable. And then they have to, you know what FOMO is? F-O-M-O? Fear of missing out. So sometimes people just are uncomfortable in the silence because they're thinking about all the stuff they're not doing with others, or maybe they're, no, anyway, okay. So another reason solitude feels challenging is that, you know, for this reason I was just bringing up, people are dependent on external validation. They have this fear of loneliness because there's a misconception that solitude equals loneliness. And there's always this pressure for productivity. Stay busy, stay on task. And it can feel like wasted time when we're just sitting in silence, when it couldn't be any further from the truth if you place your intention in the right place. Low self-worth is another reason people avoid the solitude, because it's painful for them to struggle with their own inner thoughts and feelings, and they just clearly don't feel as if they're worthy to receive the healing that's needed. So here's the reasons why spending some time in solitude is important and can bring you peace. Being in solitude provides clarity through our self-reflection and of our personal experiences, and we're able to evaluate our goals and values, which very likely may change over time. It's a form of emotional regulation where we can process and manage our emotions, reduce our anxiety, and it promotes a sense of stability within us. Our creativity is enhanced when we spend time in solitude. Being alone gives us freedom for our mind to wander and to generate creative ideas. It can improve our relationships by learning to value connections without dependency. And our spiritual growth is important and through the use of solitude, because as I mentioned, it connects us with the divine and deeper aspects of life through true prayer and meditation. So here's some tips on how to cultivate solitude and gain this sense of peace in your life. Number 1, start small. Short 5 to 10 minute periods of quiet time each day may seem daunting, and even asking for 10 minutes a day for some may feel like a lot. Get up 10 minutes earlier and just sit quietly. Number 2, redefine solitude in your mind. Don't see it as a form of isolation, and instead, reframe it as an opportunity for self-care and discovery. Number 3, create a welcoming space that you can go to every day, if you're able to, for this quiet time, a comfortable environment, or out in the garden, or anywhere peaceful that you have easy access to. Another way to cultivate your love of solitude is engage in meaningful activities while you are alone, reading, doing your hobbies, playing music, or creating art. Number 5, practice mindfulness when you're in the solitude. So don't spend, let's say you're starting out with 10 minutes a day. Try not to get caught up on that mental hamster wheel and start thinking about next week or something that happened last week. So that whole mindfulness concept of staying present in the now. And you can use your breath. We're going to do meditation today. I'm going to help you with that a little bit. So you can use journaling to reflect and write about what's coming up for you during this time of solitude. And, solitude doesn't mean sitting indoors either. Do it outside. Go for a walk. Explore nature. There's plenty of healing benefits to be received by spending time in nature. I do it quite a bit. Seek inspiration from others, individuals who have found strength and creativity in solitude, like Maya Angelou, Rumi, or Henry David Thoreau. And most of all, be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. It is a gradual process to getting used to this feeling of solitude. And for me, I'm so used to it. I live alone, so it makes it easy, but I crave it. I can be out in social settings and, converse and have a good time and play music and talk to all my friends. But there's a little thought in the back of my mind the whole time, like, I was thinking, can I go home? Just because it's my apartment, it's kind of like a sanctuary for me. And as soon as I step into that space, I fully relax and start to release all that extra energy that I just picked up. So anyways, in close, I've learned that solitude is not a punishment. It's not a banishment from connection. It's a necessary tool for healing and emotional processing. It is a choice to disconnect from outside stimuli. And some of my greatest inspirations, insights, and personal revelations have occurred during solitude. Another quote is, "Solitude is where peace whispers and the soul listens." So next I'm going to do a meditation with you, and I invite you to just, as best you can, get comfortable where you're seated. We're going to start out just relaxing the body and using the breath as a tool to do that. So I invite you to first off close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. And give a nice long exhale out the mouth. Once again, take a deep breath in. And exhale slowly out the mouth, releasing as much air as you can, sending a signal to the body and the mind that we're taking a few minutes. Once more, deep breath in. And again, exhale. Do a quick scan mentally, starting at the top of your head, down across the forehead and eyebrows, jaw, neck and shoulders, sensing for any tension and then releasing that tension. So at this point here with the neck and the shoulders, take another deep breath in through your nose. And see in your mind's eye a beautiful white light starting to wash over you, flowing down as we continue to scan through the upper chest, upper back, and down through the torso. Deep breath in. And release and relax on your exhale. Quick check of the shoulders, down the arms, past the elbows, forearms, wrists, hands and fingers. Give a little wiggle if you need to release some energy. And now send that scan through the hips and pelvis and down the legs. Again, sensing any tension and releasing that, using the breath to do so. Let your body relax. Let your heart and mind begin to soften. Feel the earth beneath your feet and the support of the chair you're sitting on. With no effort whatsoever on your part, you are supported, upheld. Mentally say to yourself, I am safe. I am grounded. Continuing that deep breathing throughout the whole meditation, returning to the breath as distractions come up. So it's normal for the mind to want to stay busy, but as these thoughts arise, don't fight them, but don't attach to them either. Instead, see them as a little leaf floating in the stream or a cloud going by in the beautiful sky. And then return with your mind's eye to your breath to bring you back to the present moment. Take a deep breath in. Think the word peace on your inhale, and on your exhale, release your tension. We're going to do that 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Absorb peace. And a nice slow exhale to release your tension. Once more, deep breath in. And a nice long exhale, releasing any tension and relaxing. Welcome the silence. Let it be your companion. In this stillness, you return to yourself. Visualize a soft, warm white light that we had flowing over you during the relaxation. And now it is completely surrounding your body as if you're in a cocoon of pure white love and light, emanating from inside to outside your body. Now see in your mind's eye this white light
filling your body and your essence with peace on every breath. The white light ebbs and flows with every breath. On your inhale, it increases and just slightly reduces on your exhale as you release any more tension. Remember, let those thoughts just flow down by, don't attach. This light that embraces you brings peace, calm, clarity. Returning to the breath as needed. On your next inhale, just think the word peace and then take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release fear. Inhale peace. On your exhale, release judgment. On your inhale, absorb peace. On your exhale, release any unforgiveness you may be carrying. Making space for more peace. Take another deep breath in, absorbing more of this peace. On the exhale, release any anxiety or tension you may still be holding. Here's a few affirmations for you to use as you do these solitude exercises at home with yourself. The first one is, peace is within me, solitude is my sanctuary. The next one says, I find peace and clarity in my moments of stillness. And the third one, I am whole and complete in my own presence. With your eyes still closed, take one more deep breath for me. Of course, you'll continue breathing after that for a meditation. Again, visualize that beautiful white light emanating from your essence and completely surrounding you. As you work on doing this practice of finding peace and solitude, you'll find that eventually you can start adding more and more time to it. So you may start out with 5 or 10 minutes and eventually get to an hour or two or a good part of the day where that's silence. Of course, your lifestyle and your home environment has a lot to do with that. So if you're in a busy situation and it's difficult for you to find isolation and moments of peace, then be intentional about it. And like I said, you could get up earlier in the morning and go find a place to sit quietly and spend some time in solitude. So this is our talk for today. I wish you peace, love, and light, everyone. Thank you so much.
Corey, our thoughts are prayers.
Thank you, Julie. Let's all sing together, page 35, our thoughts, our prayers. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes the prayer.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Julie Ross. Reverend Joy. Now let's take this moment to fill our hearts with gratitude and know that there are so many blessings and gifts in our lives. Think about them and see them and feel them in this moment. We're so grateful. We can't be fearful while being grateful. And we each want to express our gratitude for all of those who are with us at the fellowship, who donate generously so that we can meet with each other every Sunday. And as Richard brings the basket around, you can also remember to put your prayer request in there, in the basket. And Corey will guide us in I am grateful.
Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful.
Please bring out your bulletins and we will together read the blessing of our tithes and offerings. The light of divine love shines eternally, blessing and multiplying our tithes and offerings. I joyously give, knowing I always have enough to share and to spare. And let's take another moment to go within. Maybe put your hand back on your heart. As we bring our attention and intention to all those named in the basket today, all those beings that we hold close in our hearts, situations and conditions that we are finding need prayer, need love. And let us together extend all of that loving energy we have within to those in the basket and to all beings on this planet, to all those in need, to all those in fear, who are hungry and hurting. Our love finds its way into their hearts with comfort. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. And Julie has another song for us. Thank you.
A couple of years ago, I took a trip on my own in solitude. Took the Amtrak out to Arizona, and then rented a car, and this was all set up ahead of time. And then I went to Sedona for 5 days. Stayed in a little cabin down in the canyon. It was very rustic, really, really beautiful. So, and then I took the Amtrak home, and I would highly recommend the sleeper. Anyways, so a few days later, after I returned from my trip, I was looking at my pictures, and this is one of those situations where it's just these songs. It doesn't always happen like this, but I won't be trying to write a song when the song emerges, and a lot of times there'll be a little thought that ends up becoming the title of the song, and that's the first seed of the song, is usually the title of the song. So I saw, looking at my pictures, and I go, that was the last night in Flagstaff. So next thing you know, within a couple hours, I had written this. It's the last night I'm in Flagstaff, all alone, and I don't mind, 'cause I know I'll be lonely. I'll step back here in time, staying at Monte Vista, stayed here about a week ago. Got the same room, know the history, the haunted tales I've heard and know. It's the last stop before I board the train, or ride the rails across the streams and plains. But for now, among past hopes and dreams, I'm here in Flagstaff. I stayed in Flagstaff, bookending Sedona, trying to explain that part. Empty streets that glisten from the rain, buildings old that have absorbed the pain. Memories linger here, but the light of love remains. Late at night I've spoken to a few of the souls here now in Flagstaff too. Gentle hush, a quiet talk so low. There is magic in this place, some kind of glow. 4 a.m. the whistle calls my name. Time to ride the rails, all streams and plains. Let the gentle rocking of the train take me away from Flagstaff. It's the last night of Flagstaff, I'm alone, I don't mind, 'cause I know I won't be lonely. Step back here in time. Thank you very much.
love to thank everyone for being here today. Thank you, Corey, for your music. Thank you so much. Thank you, Reverend Julie Ross, for your music and your message. And thank you for spending time with us this afternoon, either online or here in the room. I just have a few messages or announcements for this week. We have Death Cafe coming up on this next Saturday, April 19th at 2 p.m. And then we have an Easter-themed potluck this month. It's the last Sunday of the month, April 27th. So that is not on Easter Sunday. It's the following Sunday, just to be clear on that. The last Sunday of the month. And then the Waldemar Walk is coming up on Sunday, May 4th at 12:30 p.m. And as always, Healing Movements on Monday at 4 and Chair Yoga on Thursday at 4. So please join in where you are called and inspired. So please join us now in our big circle, and we will say our closing blessing as well.